Quadrilaterals, closed figure having four sides. So square, rectangle, parallelogram are all quadrilaterals. Kinds of quadrilaterals. First is trapezium. So this is a trapezium. One pair parallel sides and one pair non-parallel sides. These two are parallel and these two are non-parallel. Kite. Kite is a special kind of quadrilateral. It has these two sides equal and these two sides equal. These two sides equal, these two sides equal. So it is in the shape of a kite. Next quadrilateral, parallelogram. It has opposite sides parallel. These two sides are parallel and these two sides are parallel. In parallelogram, the opposite sides are equal. These two sides and these two sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. These two angles are equal. Also, these two angles makes 180 degree and these two angles makes 180 degree. Rhombus, rectangle and square are all parallelogram. Opposite angles are equal. So in rhombus, opposite angles are also equal. These two angles are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. So in rhombus also opposite sides are parallel. Now what is the difference between parallelogram and rhombus? If we make all sides of a parallelogram equal, then it becomes rhombus. So in rhombus, not only the opposite sides, but also all the sides are equal. Another difference between parallelogram and rhombus, the diagonals of parallelogram are not perpendicular to each other. In rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Rectangle is also a special kind of parallelogram. So if we make all the angles of a parallelogram equal, it becomes a rectangle. In parallelogram, the opposite angles were equal, but in rectangle, all the angles are equal. Another difference between parallelogram and rectangle, the diagonals of a rectangle are equal, which was not in the case of parallelogram. Rest, all the properties of parallelogram is found in rectangle. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. Square. Square is a special kind of parallelogram and also can be said a special kind of rhombus. So what is the difference between parallelogram and square? So square is a parallelogram having all the sides equal. So in parallelogram opposite angles are equal. Here also opposite angles are equal, but here all the angles are equal. A square has all the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and a rectangle. So we can see in rectangle all the angles are equal. In square all the angles are equal. In rhombus diagonals are perpendicular to each other. In square diagonals are perpendicular to each other. In rhombus all the sides are equal. In square also all the sides are equal. In rectangle the diagonals are equal. In square the diagonals are equal.